Peace and blessings is real. First and foremost, want to take this time and give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh through his only begotten son, Yahushua, for allowing his word to come out. And I hope you sincere brothers and sisters is edified by this word. And the name of the lesson is called People Desiring for the Day of the Lord Do Not Realize That Day Will Be Catastrophic. I'm going to say it again. People desiring for the day of the Lord do not realize that day will be catastrophic, man. Okay? The day of the Lord is going to be extremely unfortunate. It's going to be pandemonium overdose. The day of the Lord is going to be disastrous, man. It's going to be devastating. It's going to be a total blackout. It's going to be dreadful. It's going to be terrible. It's going to be shocking, man. Okay? What you see on the screen is an example of what it's going to look like, okay, for the day of the Lord. Okay? It's probably going to be much worse than this, but if I had to metaphorically come up with something catastrophic or catastrophic-ish, I would say what you see on the screen would be more of what it's going to look like. You got a lot of people that think that the day of the Lord is going to be a day of happiness, a day of excitement, man, a day of peace and harmony. No, man, it's not going to be nothing like that. It's going to be chaos. It's going to be pandemonium overdose, man. Yeah. You ever heard the phrase, be careful what you ask for? Well, that's what it's going to be like when the day of the Lord return, man. You see, you got people that's going to seek the Lord in the time of impeding judgment. And we're in those times, man. Okay? We're in those times. We're in crisis times. And in those times, people are going to seek the Lord as if he's going to give them safety and relief, as if he's going to give them, what we call it, like he's going to add the sugar to the bitter coffee so you can digest it. Nah, man. The day of the Lord, man, is not going to be a day you want to look forward to. You see, when you look all over Israel right now, you know, it's this coronavirus has taken away all the other obvious perils that we're dealing with: war on drugs, murder, adultery, bestiality, homosexuality. Just the list goes on and on and on as far as the things people are engaging in, man. Senseless crimes, hatred, animosity, beef. It's a long list. But in his word, we're going to come to you in Amos chapter 5, verses 18 through 20. And we're going to close this out, man. In Amos 5, verse 18, it says, "Woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light." You see that? Now, when you really examine verse 18, the first thing it told you was woe. See that? It didn't say happiness. It didn't say greetings. It says woe. Okay? Unto you that desire the day of the Lord. Those that are waiting longly, that wait longly, craving for the day of the Lord. Woe to you. It don't say greetings to you. It don't say, may it be happiness for you, those that have the desire of the day of the Lord. It says, woe unto you that desire the day of the Lord. It says, to what end is it for you? Okay, what type of ending are you expecting? It says the day of the Lord is darkness. Okay, the day of the Lord, in other words, is misery. The day of the Lord is going to be adversity. The day of the Lord is going to be ignorance. Okay, the day of the Lord is going to be symbolic to destruction. You see, it says the day of the Lord is darkness and not light. Okay, in other words, it's not going to be a light of life. It's not going to be a light of prosperity. It's not going to be instructions. Okay, you're going to be blacked out, man. Yeah, you're going to be blacked out, man. Simple and plain. In verse 19, one of my favorite verses in the scriptures, it says, as if a man did flee from a lion and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall and a serpent bit him. You see that? So in other words, in time of dangerous times, man is going to escape one danger to fall into a much worse situation. And when you analyze Amos 5:19, the man fled from a lion, and then what? A bear encountered him, and he was able to overcome that, and then he ended up with the serpent. So, in other words, in these dangerous times, man is going to escape one danger just to fall into one much worser. And even though he was able to escape and dodge the lion and the bear, okay, big dangerous creatures, he's going to end up getting bit by a snake. You see that? Cold-blooded, man. So the day of the Lord, man, ain't going to be none sweet. Okay? Now we're going to close it out. In verse 20, it says, shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark, and no brightness in it? Do you see any brightness on the screen? It's straight darkness, man. But in verse 20, when it says, shall not the day of the Lord be darkness? Again, should not the day of the Lord be misery, adversity, ignorance, destruction? You see? It says, even very dark. So it's going to be extreme misery, extreme ignorance, extreme destruction, extreme calamities and adversity, man. It says, and no brightness in it. Okay? There's not going to be no brilliance. Okay? There's not going to be no shining. You're not going to be in the clear, man. It's going to be misery, dreadfulness, devastation, disastrous, extreme, unfortunate, catastrophic things, man, is what it's going to be like. For the people desiring for the day of the Lord, you don't realize that day will be catastrophic, man. It's cold-blooded, man. It's cold-blooded. You see, when life is sweet, when life is going the way you want it to go, you're not looking to seek the Lord. You ain't even thinking about the Lord. See, a lot of us only think about the Lord when we get scared or when we want him to protect us, relieve us, and save us. Then we want to seek him, you see. But see, it's going to come a time when people seek the Lord thinking that it's going to be sweet, not knowing, man, it's going to be the worst thing you can ask for. That's why I say you have to be careful sometimes what you ask for. Because you got people saying, I can't wait till the day of the Lord. I hope you understand what you looking forward to. It ain't going to be nothing nice, man. What you see on the screen is an example of what it's going to look like the day of the Lord, man. Yeah. Yeah, and you got to understand something. A lot of us as Israelites, man, are walking around right now in straight rebellion of Yahweh. But then have the nerve when you want to be safe, when you want relief, you want to seek the Lord then. But all while you being disobedient to him, you ain't paying him no mind. So when you get to that time, like we in Jacob's time of Jacob's trouble, which what we are dealing with those times now, guess what's going to happen? Now people want to get scared and want to try to seek the Lord, see? But you should be trying to seek the Lord anyway, even when it's good times. Whether it's good, bad, in between, you should always try to seek him. Be obedient as much as you can, man. Yeah. See, don't be spiritual when it benefits you. Be spiritual when you're at a disadvantage. You see? What's the name of the lesson, man? People desiring for the day of the Lord do not realize that day will be catastrophic, man. It's going to be cold-blooded, man. I'm telling you. Man. It's going to be extremely unfortunate. It's going to be pandemonium overdose. It's going to be very disastrous, devastating, I might add, dreadful, terrible, shocking. It's going to be a blackout, man. Yeah, man. It's going to be so black, the only thing you can see is the lake of fire, man. I hope you sincere brothers and sisters was edified by this word, and we give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh through his only begotten Son, Yahushua, for allowing this word to come out. Shalom.